Welcome back everyone, and in this video there are two major updates happening. Upgrades, projects. There are two major projects that are taking place this week, and the first one, I'll show you whilst I'm inside, is, whoa, it is a bright day today. As you can probably guess from the title, the first major project is our electrical system is going to start being upgraded, and we are starting with getting rid of the old batteries that we've got, and we are replacing them with our Fogstar Drift 2 460 amp lithium Life Pro batteries. That is going to be such a big game changer. These are all projects that obviously we need to do before we get into the water, but let me take you outside, back down under the boat, and let me show you what major project number one is, because it's a long process, this one. So come on down. It's a beautiful day in Port Solent. Okay guys, okay people, right, we've been waiting a long time for this. You can probably guess what it is. Our rudder has finally arrived. It's finally been released from customs, which took ages and a lot of faffing around, but our rudder is here. Okay, there she is. Our brand new rudder. Lovely and smooth, needs to be painted. As you can see, I've already started. So now that has arrived, we have officially booked a date that we're going to splash her back in the water, and that is in 2 weeks' time. Right, first job today is to get this primed, or one side of it primed at least anyway. Okay, there we go, that is it. Painted, one side done, nice, quick, easy. Go. So make sure it's nice and thick along these edges, because this is where the water comes in, on the joins and around the seals. So just going to make it nice and thick. Every rudder gets water in it eventually. It's just, you know, it just does. So right, that's done. I'll leave my stuff down here. Right, let's head up and work out what the hell we're going to do with this electric system. Right, first things first, let's get under this sofa and show you what we've got, because it is an absolute state. I don't think anything has been changed in a good few years. I'm going to say easily a good 30 years. I think a lot of this wiring is the original. I'm not sure about the batteries, but the reason why we're changing these batteries is A, they're dead. They've been sat here for 4 years and they just won't hold a charge. B, they're super heavy. I think they're like 60 kilos each, whereas the new ones we've got are just under 40 kilos. And pretty much because of the power capacity that they have. So let's get down here, shall we? At the moment, we have 4 dead AGM marine batteries, and they're 180 amp hours each, which is 172 amp hours. You can only discharge these down to 50% before they start degrading and have problems, so you only get off that 360 amps, which is nothing. Considering this is going to be a liverboard, we're going to be working on here and things like that, we really need to bolster like this core system up. Let me show you. Look at the state of this. Now, these do also double up as a starter battery bank for the engine, but don't worry, what we're going to do is we're having a separate battery bank system there dedicated for the starter battery, dedicated for the engine here, connected onto these. Yeah, so never know, apart from, oh, let me move out the sun, apart from the bilge pump, which will be wired directly to the batteries, so that if there's any problem with the fuse board, they've still got power, or it's still got power and will pump out water. Everything else is going to go through, like, the circuit boards and things. Yeah, so like I was saying, we only get a usable 360 amps out of this before they need charging. With our lithium batteries, now these are lithium life PO4 batteries, not lithium ion batteries, so there is a slight difference. So we've got two 460 amp, which is 920. Oh my word, my math today is awful. 460 times 2. Oh yeah, 920. So yeah, so we have two 460 amp batteries that are going to live in this little section here. So that's 920 amps we can pretty much use. You can take them pretty much down to like say 5%. But yeah, so they're our Fogstar Drift batteries. Let's get one out of the box, shall we? Because I've not actually properly seen them yet. Okay, right. Now, as you can imagine, 40 kilos lifting it up the boat was an interesting experience, but I managed to get them on my shoulders. Oh, there it is, guys. Battery number one. We've gone for the Eco Drift version. They have a Drift version and an Eco Drift version. The Drift version, I believe, has built-in battery, has a built-in Bluetooth functionality, whereas we don't need that at the moment because we've got Victron BMS Victron battery monitor going in. So yes, oh my word. Look at that, we're going to go from 4 house batteries, or 4 batteries, to 2. This is amazing. Yeah, so just like I say, a big thank you to Jack and Beck from Fogstar, who arranged for these to be sent out. I actually spoke to Jack a couple of days ago, and he's going to also send out a 50 amp charger as well for these, a 12 volt 50 amp charger. So that's amazing. So we can, yeah, plug in and charge. Eventually we'll have solar set up and everything like that. But yeah, so yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Flippin' heck. Right, okay, we're getting somewhere. It has been 40 minutes odd, and I found that this and this are the old battery charger for AGM, which is through here, and there's that silver box thing just there. So that was wired directly into the batteries. Let's start labeling and pulling some of these wires away. Get me label maker. Okay, right, let's get this label maker fired up and start working out what's what. But I'm not gonna bother showing you guys, so you guys can come back when either something horribly wrong happens or when it's completely empty. Who knows? Alright guys, so we're making progress. So I said probably a few seconds ago that with some of these older cables you'll be able to hear like a crunch, and I don't know if you can hear that. It's like Rice Krispies, like snap, crackle and pop. So I know that is like a dead cable. So whoa. Jesus, that is heavy. Whoa. It is so much heavier than that Fogstar battery. Oh, I wonder what that is. It doesn't say. I'll have a look online. I will show you this actually. So under here we got these 2 switches. Yeah, now there is nothing wrong with those switches. They work so they can work together or separately. I'm going to disconnect all the cables off the back and wire it so that one is just house and one is just engine. And I'll put a little note on saying both doesn't work or something like that. But it's only going to be me and Chess on here, so. But yeah, so we're going to keep those switches because they're really good. The terminals and everything look fine. So yeah, we'll repurpose them. We'll repurpose where we can, because you put the word marine in front of things and all of a sudden they like to put the price up by about 50%. Get nice and clean down there. I think what I'm going to do is fit the batteries in. I've moved one of the blocks, like supporting blocks that holds the batteries in place. So I'm going to get, yeah, battery number 1 in and I can move the other block. So the bit we've been waiting for. Where are you? Battery number 1. This is the one. God, you gotta put a lot of trust in these rope handles with the batteries like this, don't you? Battery 1 in. Right guys, let me show you where I've got to. Batteries are secured in. We have the MRBF 300 amp fuse there. 50mm cable here, rating 345, so this will blow before this. Excellent. So now the next thing to do is to wire in this bad boy. This is like the mecca of van life back in the day, and boats as well, I think. Because, let me get out of the box a minute, because I do not want to be wiring the batteries into these crappy old things. So we have a nice digital where I can get out of the bloody box. Okay, right, now we'll connect positive onto the fuse, turn it on, and then hopefully this should light up. Chest is ringing. Ah, hello, you must look, you're on camera. Hello, you've actually just turned up at the most like critical point. We're about to hit go on the house batteries. So stay there, let me prop you up. Okay, so let me just make sure everything's set as off. This will go down to on. Come on, right guys, are we ready? It's ready. As long as the light. Oh, we got power! We got power! Yeah, and we're using, what are we using? Power. 240, 100%, 0 amps, 11 watts, 1 amp, under 1 amp. Ah, babe, we have got power. You can move on soon. Also, I forgot to show you. You know, I was saying about the battery charger. So Fogstar sent it out, Jack sent it out, it arrived the next day. It was great. Here it is. Look at this beast. 12 volt, 50 amp charger. That's just charging the batteries at the moment. I need to find a place to mount it. I'm thinking I'll probably mount it on here because it needs good airflow. It's very, very quiet, like really quiet. Like it's just like a slight, and it doesn't get hot at all. That's brilliant. We've had ones before that, you know, get hot. But yeah, so that I need to find a home for as well. But yeah, there it is. So now everything has power. We'll turn that off. So I don't know what the next big thing is. Well, I do know what. That's a complete lie. So I know I said in this video there are 2 major things: the batteries, the Fogstar batteries, and also the rudder. Well, actually it turns out there's a 3rd thing. So let me show you. In here is our new spray hood, and in those bags there's our bimini and side panels. So I need to start working out how to fit this because it's going to be a bit of a mission. We've got to do all the these things, all the snap pins and things like that ourselves. I bought the tools to do it. This bad boy here, been practicing. Look, there you go, there's my practice one. So yeah, I need to work out how to do it. I could, what time is it? 20 to 4. Could have a quick hour on it, couldn't we? Yeah, come on, let's go and have a look. Right. I'll tell you what, let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go. So if you remember our old tanned one, it was disgusting, it was ripped. This, brand new, we thought we'd go for a dark green. Gone for black hull, we've got the turquoise stripes, so we've gone for a dark green. I wonder how this is gonna look. Hopefully good. see, I've got to do these poppers here. So that will go on like there, there. Okay guys, this is a bit daunting considering it's like a £2,000 bit of kit. There's the bimini as well. Oh, it's dirty, look. Might need to treat it. Okay, right, this is what I'm trying to do. Got my hole there, trying to get this little thing through to use this on the thing. Oh, this is just, I fucking hate fiddly stuff like this. Chess is much better at this than me. Oh, okay. First one in. This is what it looks like. That is looking much better. Very nice. So I've got one there, and then that's all this side. So I'll get those done and show you in 2 minutes. I think I've done it. Let's go and have a look. You can all come with me whilst I popper it up. Okay. Right, yeah. You'll see it. Oh, I can go under there. Okay, let's start here. Where's it? There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I don't think that is too bad. I think that is actually really good. That's the first time I've ever done that, and it's actually coming together nicely. That's brilliant. Here you go, look. So I've got down here to do with some different ones, and there it is. Oh, but right, I'm gonna leave that for today. That is enough. Electric's done, spray hood part fitted. This is all coming together quite nicely now. Okay, as seems to be the theme of every video, we seem to be jumping across days now, and I'm not sure if it's been 2 days, 3 days, but the spray hood is on. So I'll show you, look. Okay, so I'm just getting pulled away from doing the electric, so I want to give you an update on the rudder. The rudder's here, as you know. I've been painting it. It's been a nightmare of the weather, but I've been painting it back and forth. The guys here came to fit it a couple of days ago, and I realised that Jeffa hadn't sent this aluminium collar which sits on top and fits in, and then you grub screw in and the bolts go across. So integral. So spoke to them, got it paid for. They've sent it by DHL Express, but it could take between like 2 and 5 days to get here. We're due to launch or move in 7 days, and it's going to take about 2 or 3 days to fit everything. So I've just spoke to the boat yard. I've paid for our launch and everything, and our tow to our berth, but I've asked them to move launch on by a week. So it's now going to be smack bang in the middle of November, our launch now. It's a bit of a pain, but it can't be helped, and I'd rather not have the stress of so much still left to do next week, rushing to be moved or to be done by 3 o'clock on Friday, next Friday. It just doesn't work out. So we've moved launch, not a big deal, just an extra week. What's one more week after spending, what, 4 months here? Okay, so let me show you where I've got to with the electrics. This is it, look at this. What's really good is these power cables, I can chase back to where they are on here. There's a nav one, fax. I think it's just that nav one. Yeah, so I can chase back, I can change that, and what I'm gonna do is wire in the power for the B&G kit for the NEMA 2000 network. And I'm thinking I'm going to mount the network on here, on the back of there. I think that's a perfect place to do it. I think. We'll see. But yeah, it's tucked out of the way, but easily accessible as well when I want to start adding like GPS, other screens and things like that. So yeah, we're going to mount it all there. Oh, right guys, it's been a few days on from where I last left you. This is what the instrument panel kind of area looks like now. I've cleared everything off. All the old gear is over there and going to get boxed up and put into storage just in case we need it for some reason. And all that is left in here now is the power cables. So that was the 12 volt DC outlet, VHF radio, something there. So I've left all the power cables there. They're all Wago clipped up, so they're nice and secure. And right, don't ignore all that. So that is where I am with this, but something big, exciting and very expensive has happened in a good way. So hey, look at that. I'm loving this new spray hood. We still got to put the bimini up, but anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Right, we have some movement, we have some noise, we have some progress on the rudder. Now I'm going to put you down because I'll fall down otherwise. Look, don't want to fall down there. Right, hang on. Oh, okay guys. Ta-da! It is in. So the part that hadn't arrived a lot sooner. So when I was in the last bit, that was on a Wednesday, I think, and it was ordered on the Tuesday. It actually arrived on the Monday, but it was my birthday over the weekend, so I went back up to Derby to see Chess, and I spent 5 days up there for my birthday and things. And they, yeah, rang on. And so they rang on Monday and said it arrived, but I was up in Derby, so I came back yesterday. But yes, there is the new universal bearing housing and very expensive rudder. There we go. So splash day is now in 10 days time. So there's lots to do. I need to get the new engine starter battery in. I need to get the new gas bottles in. The rudder, we do need to drop the rudder out just to do with the steering quadrant, or just to set up the steering quadrant and get that fitted back in. When it's dropped, I'll anti-foul the top bit, and then I can do the rest as and when before we go in the water. So it's all go. Literally, that was it. Now we've got to get going because, yeah, as I say, in what day is it today? It is Friday. No, it's not. It's Thursday. In 8 days' time, we are getting pulled into the sling and being hung there over the weekend, so I can do under here and this bit here over the weekend, and then on Monday is splash day. So first things first, let's get the starter battery in and all that wired up. I think right, there it is. So this is, I can't remember now, 180 amp hour. So it's a 180 amp hour battery, which is the same as the old ones. It's got crank amps of nearly 900 cold crank amps, but that should be fine. If not, I'll just have to order a second and put them together, but at the moment we're gonna go for one. So right, I need to try and get this bad boy in here. God, 60 kilos, this bad boy. Talking a million miles an hour. It's just because there's so much going on. There's so much going on in my head as well. Oh, we were yesterday with the rudder like up, down, and it was like trying to get it through the bottom bearing was really easy, but then you have to like wedge it back and forth to get it into the top bearing, and we were like, I was like holding it, and then finally it went in. But that's it. There was 3 of us, so pull up the top, me and Pete down the bottom because you got to block it up and block it up. I couldn't block it and hold it. Anyway, this is where the starter battery is going to go. I'm going to put the starter battery in here. That one needs to come out. So we've obviously got the two Fogstar laser batteries under here. We will have the starter battery here, and if I need to put a second starter battery in, I can put it here. Oh, nearly lost my fingers. It's because there's cables here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, that is all wired in. That was a bit more of a mission than I anticipated. So let's go and start the engine, or at least, so let's go and start the engine, or at least power it on. Can't start it because there's no water going into it. Okay. Oh, there we go, it works. Turn that off. I think I will leave this video here for this week, guys. What a way to end. It's been exciting. We've got the spray hood on, we've got the rudder in, we've got our splash date in 10 days time, and also we've got our Fogstar batteries in, our new house lithium batteries. And again, thank you so much to Fogstar for providing these. There is a link in the description to them if anyone is interested, or just go and check them out. But yeah, so next video, guys, is probably going to be the day we splash. How exciting is that? Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys, and I'll see you hopefully in the water on the next video. Bye.